Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys liked the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward.
What's up, guys? Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not an expert to your own research. Okay, so what are we looking at here? In my opinion, not much has really changed for Bitcoin. It's still just like a ranging consolidation. I do think that the relative bottom is in, as I've said before. We could see a spike down to 37K. That would be like the area to view, but I don't know when or how it's going to come. How I would like to see it come is if we see something like, go back up and then nuke lower, something like this would make a lot more sense to me, where we go up, hit like the range highs around 50K or so, and then nuke lower strongly, similarly to what we saw back in the June consolidation period, where everybody was getting very bullish here at the range high, and obviously we all know how that ended. It resulted in a very large nuke where we went 30%. Similarly here, I would like to see us grind back up and then maybe hit some sort of like big shakeout down to 37K or something like that. Would make a lot more sense to me, in my opinion. And then we revisit close to the lows, and then we go higher. This would make a lot more sense to me overall, and this is kind of what I'm viewing. It's kind of like my current bias. I do believe that the bottom is mostly in, though. I think that like I would be very surprised if this went like straight to 30,000 straight from here. Um, if we go to 30K straight from this current area, I would be surprised, as I said. I think it makes more sense if we go up to like 50K first and then hit 37. Um, I'm still kind of viewing these lower highs around 60K though first, and I'm going to see the reaction from there. So like as I said from the get-go, my overall plan is to basically just wait until we see 60K or 55K. I don't know where it comes. See where the low is printed. Um, Similar to this overall consolidation back in September, I saw where this low is printed. This low was a higher low relative to what we saw back in August, and then we went higher. So if we see kind of a higher low set um, before, like, compared to its January or February low, then I think that we just go higher. Again, I don't know what this timeline was going to be like. Bitcoin always moves faster than we think it does, so I'm still bullish overall. Like I still think this context is very similar to what we saw back in June and July. Like I think we just continue to chop for a while. I mean, after you see big moves, more consolidation is needed. So not really much changing on the overall macro timeframes. In terms of the 4 hour, here's some resistance areas I'm viewing. First up, first break would be 44K, and the next up would be at 46K. And if you can make it all the way up to the 52K highs or so, the range highs, that would be very interesting to me. Um, be very cautious about that point, though. Like I do expect some resistance and some pullback around these areas, personally. Okay, so let's look at some altcoins. Let's look at one did indeed hit this 28-cent area. I was eyeing this area for quite some time, and it looks like it was the perfect bottom in the short term. Um, and there was a lot of confluence with this area, the 200 EMA and the 4 hour, and this SR level. And yeah, to me, this is like a pretty interesting area. I do believe that this is still a bullish chart, but to me, I would like to see more continuation. So it's possible that we see something like where it grinds up. 33 cents would be a good first area to take profit, in my opinion. And we certainly should see some sort of double top in the short term as well. Like I fully expect this area to be resistance around 36 cents, 37 cents. This is like a very interesting danger zone. And from that point, we'll see where the reaction is like. But I think that this is pretty safe trade in my opinion. 28 cents to 33 cents, as long as Bitcoin plays nice, relatively speaking. Okay, let's look at near. Near looks pretty good as well to me. I was constantly eyeing this kind of $16 area, it's 15, kind of 1575 area. It's the 382 of the entire move, and it's also confluent with the 200 EMA on the 4 hour. Didn't quite reach my area of for all my orders. I do have orders around that area. It did kind of hit this demand zone, and I did get filled around $16 to $17 before, but I have many more orders lower, so I'm hoping this still strikes, still goes lower. But to me, this is still a bullish chart. I still think that it looks good. I would like to see more continuation. Let's look at Atom. Atom is okay. Cosmos looks good. Um, when you see this kind of like double top action that we saw right here, it's important to see the reaction. And what I mean by that is you see like this like big top formed in late September, and then you hit like a mini double top. This is more traditional double top where you see price kind of come up to this level pretty quick after and then have a big pullback. This is something that you generally don't want to see as much. Um, when you see price like hitting this big peak, short pullback, and then it hits again. That's usually more indicative of a bigger pullback coming, generally speaking. Um, and what you want to see is it's not a bad thing to see like a lot more time spent in between each peak. So, for instance, here's a good example here. Like if we were to mark, like here's this big blow off top. This is the end of distribution in May, and again we kind of hit this area before and price was pulling back and this, but you can tell this context is different in May, June, July, and when it taps it again in September, this is a much different context than what we saw right here, where we see a big blow off top, short consolidation, and then it comes back up to that level again in the a short amount of time. This is usually scarier price action than what we saw back in May. So, for instance, this October double top here, big pullback all the way from 40 to 20, and then now again it is tapping this area. But again, you can notice that price looks pretty strong. Um, we are seeing dips get bought up, and we're seeing price consolidate. So to me, this just shows a lot of strength. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see maybe like one more pullback, and then we break this resistance area. But you want to see kind of this like consolidation at resistance in a bullish market structure. That to me looks pretty bullish. So near fan. Oh, let's look at Phantom. Phantom, everybody's favorite coin. Um, okay, so I was viewing this 382 area. This chart is kind of similar to near a little bit in the sense that I'm looking at the 382 myself. 200 EMA on the 4 hour around 260. Didn't quite hit. This coin is still getting bought up. This might be one of those sell the news events though, because I think the Andre Danny coin is coming out soon. Definitely would want to still be patient on this one, but also be cautious on Phantom as well. Just in the sense that like if the airdrop is coming, everybody takes a snapshot and then dumps their shit. That's usually how it works. So those are kind of my overall altcoin reviews. Those are the only altcoins I'm really viewing right now. I would be very cautious though, because if Bitcoin does make a leg down, then you will see some altcoin carnage. But for now, Bitcoin does look okay. So it's just going to be that way for a little while. We're not in any sort of alt season by any means. Would stay cautious overall. I'm just looking at bullish coins like the ones I just reviewed today, and there are a few others as well. But definitely a time to be cautious. Don't like go over leverage and everything else. Anyways, thank you for the support, guys, and keep letting me know what you guys think.